For our curry brisket rub, we're going to start with 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 2 bay leaves, a quarter cup of whole coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon of whole cloves. We're going to use this Mexican cinnamon here because it's a little thinner. It's a lot easier to break up in the pan and toast. If you do happen to get regular cinnamon, try to get the thinnest pieces you can. Next, we're going to go with a tablespoon of whole black peppercorn. And then we're going to go with 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds, about 3 star anise broken up, 1 teaspoon of caraway seeds, and with 2 tablespoons of palm sugar and about a teaspoon of ground ginger. Okay, we've got our pan on medium heat here. We're going to add our quarter cup of whole coriander seeds. You don't want these to burn. All we're wanting them to do is get slightly fragrant, and they'll turn a little bit of a color. Move the pan around every so now and then. That way you're evenly toasting them. See how some of these are starting to get brown? And that's exactly what you want. Really important not to burn them though. Okay, after we've got these where we want them, we're going to pour these off into a paper towel lined bowl. Return the pan back to the heat. Now we're going to start adding the rest of our things. 2 bay leaves first. Now I've got my pan on low to medium heat. That way I'm not going to burn my spices. And that's also why I can stick my hand in here. Take these off and we'll put them with our coriander seeds for now. And we're going to add in our 1 tablespoon of clove. We have our cinnamon. Break it up into pieces. Same thing. You don't want your spices to burn. So make sure you're moving them around a little bit as you're adding the rest of your ingredients. Now we're going to add our 1 tablespoon of black peppercorn. 2 teaspoons of fennel. Our 3 star anise, and our 1 teaspoon of caraway seeds. You will instantly start to smell this. I'm going to break this one up. But you really just kind of want to get a light toast on these, and it brings out a lot of your aromas. Okay, once you've got that where you want it, you want to turn off your heat, add back your coriander and bay. Okay, if you have a spice grinder, we're going to take all the spices except for the 2 tablespoons of palm sugar and the 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and we're going to blend it all together. I do not have a spice grinder because remember when I was telling you about the thin pieces of cinnamon instead of the thick ones? I blew mine up. So we're going to use good old-fashioned mortar and pestle.
2,000 years later.
Okay, we got our second half of this finely ground up. Now we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of palm sugar. Now we will add in our teaspoon of ginger powder. There you have it. There's our rub mix for our curry brisket. What I like to do is I like to take these Parmesan cheese containers and I save them. They're great because you're using rubs. They've got a wide opening. If you want to scoop, you can use these. And we're just going to take all of our spice mix and put it in this. Now we've got our curry rub ready to go for our brisket. We are going to take our spice mix and we're going to get this all over this, rub it in nicely, and then let it rest overnight. For this curry brisket, we are going to use pecan and hickory wood. I like mine a little on the smokier side, so I'm adding probably about 2 ounces of wood here. That was the pecan. This is the hickory. We'll get this put in. So this is our beautiful brisket. We let it sit last night, overnight, in our curry rub spices. This is going in. If you'll notice, I've got a pan in here. I want to catch a lot of that juices. We're going to use that again in our smoked basmati rice and maybe a little bit in the red curry. Get that put in. We're going to go at 235. Just as easy as that. See you in a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do for our smoked basmati rice is we have a whole red onion, and we're going to cut it up into little 1/8 inch cubes. So I've already sliced it one way. We're going to slice it this way. Okay, so I got about a tablespoon of coconut oil in here. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of coriander seed. But if you don't have these, you can also use just the ground coriander powder and our Garam Masala that we made earlier. And our diced red onions that we had. This is going straight on the campfire. Okay, if you notice, we don't have a lot of heat on this. We're just slightly sweating the red onion. We're going to add to this 2 bay leaves and our rinsed basmati rice. Give it a slight stir, and we'll add our beef broth, and we will put this in the SmokinTex. So we have our rice, red onion, coriander seed already in the skillet. We're going to add our Garam Masala, 1 teaspoon. Give that a little good mix. We're gonna add our beef broth. So we have our brisket juices that have dropped off, a little bit of fat. We're just gonna add a little bit of that to our rice. We're going to put it in the smoker, and we're gonna put about an ounce of apple chips in there. This is just to smoke this, and we'll do that for about 20 minutes before we cover it, and then it'll go additional 40 to 50 minutes. We're gonna put our rice in the bottom rack with the applewood. 235. So our rice has been going about 20 minutes in the smoker with applewood. We're gonna pull it out and we're gonna cover it. And again, back in the bottom rack. That will need to go for about an additional 45 to 50 minutes. While that's going, we're gonna cut up our brisket and put it in our red curry coconut. 1 can of coconut milk, we're gonna add that in. Shake it up well before you put the can in. We're gonna go back and we're gonna add a tablespoon of red curry. Then we're just gonna mix that all in. Got that good mix in. Now what we'll do is we'll slice our brisket nice and thin, and we'll put this in this back on the smoker, uncovered, for about 25 to 30 minutes. Now I've let this brisket cool before I started cutting it, because we don't want to lose the juices we have. Cut it as thin or as thick as you like it. Our milk and our red curry. We're just going to add that right into the pan. If you can scoop them juices, go for it. It's all flavor, all flavor. Last little bit, I'm going to do in cubes. Okay, we have everything in there. Give it a quick toss in the coconut curry milk. Basically what this is going to do, this is going to simmer in all that coconut milk and the red curry. It's going to break down, add more flavor to what we already have. So let's get it in the smoker. So our rice has gone about 50 minutes total, so let's see how it is. That is perfect. In a smoker, cooked basmati rice, our red curry coconut milk brisket. Oh, this is going to be fabulous, guys. Okay, we got it all out. So we have the cooked basmati rice in the SmokinTex electric smoker. You can cook rice when done under the right circumstances. We have our red coconut curry milk brisket, nice and tender. You should smell this. It smells amazing. Just give you a little hint. So tender, so juicy. This is fire, guys. Seriously, fire. We haven't hit the rice yet. Move them bay leaves, don't forget. See how fluffy that is? That's exactly what you want. Red coconut curry milk brisket. Look how fluffy that rice is. In a smoker. So if you like cilantro, I suggest just chopping a little bit up. Doesn't have to be super crazy, but I like that fresh green on top of my rice. We have our basmati rice, nice and fluffy. And then we come in with our beautifully cooked red curry coconut milk brisket. We're just going to lay that right on top. Finish with a little bit of cilantro. And there you have it.